It seems that things are really escalating fast. I want Gursimran, I want Erawat, and I want Abhishek from Srinagar Airport also. Can we get all those up and live with us quickly, Kulbir? And okay, this is okay. We have Erawat now patched from Uri. Erawat, quick update. Don't take long. Just tell us what's really happening around you. Are you hearing shells fired? And what's the situation like in Uri?
Absolutely, Abhishek. We have seen that the fresh and the heavy artillery exchange have been started in the Uri sector from the last 2 hours. We have seen that the heavy mortar shells are being targeted from the Pakistani troopers towards the residential area in the Uri sector. But we have seen that the Indian Army is giving them the befitting reply. I'll request to Firdaus to show you from this very side, as we have seen that the few shells were coming from this very side. A while back, we have also witnessed the same during the night hours. We have also seen that the small arms were fired, but we have seen from the last couple of 2 to 3 hours, we have seen that the heavy mortar and the drones was also spotted from this very side. But we have seen that the 2 to 3 drones were also introspected by the forces here in the line of control areas. We will not mention the exact
Erawat, thank you so much. Just keep bringing us up to speed with whatever is happening around you. But I go back to Shawan. He's in the newsroom with me. And Shawan, we reported that Pakistani drone swarms had targeted 26 locations across the Western Front for us, and then escalated it with at least 6 ballistic missiles, one of which has been intercepted over Sirsa with our MR-SAM. Air defense systems activated. India has carried out retaliatory strikes. I'm just giving a recap of what has happened over the last couple of hours. And in those retaliatory strikes, India has hit at least three air bases of Pakistan, including the one in Rawalpindi called the Noor Khan Air Base. And now we are hearing that Pakistan has also launched its own retaliation to what India did to their air bases.
Well, in fact, there are 3 air bases where we are being told that explosions have been reported. I'll just take you through some of them. Noor Khan Air Base, that's in Rawalpindi. The Pakistan Air Force's Rafiki Air Base, that's in Shorkat. Pakistan Air Force's Murid Air Base, which is in Chakwal. We're being told that these are the 3 air bases where you have the airspace being closed for now because of multiple explosions that have been heard. Now, we're being told that in the last few hours, there is an intense firing that is basically going on. There's cross-border firing that's going on, and certain missiles have been intercepted. I'm just trying to get some more details. In fact, Gursimran can be brought back, because Gursimran is also telling us that some emerging details right now with regards to what's really happening over Pathankot. I'm being given to understand there's breaking news now coming in over Pathankot. There have been certain interception that's taken place. What's the situation like in Pathankot right now, Gursimran?
Yes, Shawan, what we are picking up that Pathankot Air Base has been targeted by the Pakistani drone. There have been multiple interceptions that have been done on the Pathankot Air Base of the Indian Air Force. The air defense system is presently activating and is now tackling these threats, but at least half a dozen loud bangs have been heard so far from the base of the Pathankot. So it's very clear that the Pakistan is now targeting the vital bases of the Indian Air Force and the Indian Army. They are targeting all the locations, because what we have witnessed here at it was exactly 5:52 when the first set of blasts took place. This was in the Jammu, where 2 installations, one of the Indian Army and second the defense airport, that was targeted by the Pakistan. And now we are witnessing that another attempt from Pakistan, these drones that are targeting, but the kind of explosions that are taking place. So we can assume that these are the not those drones that were coming for last couple of days, but these are the armed drones. These are the drones ID or the explosive laden drones that are now trying to target the bases of the Indian Army and the Indian Air Force that are in Jammu. As a precautionary measure, what we are picking up that this entire area has been declared as a cut-off zone. Blackout has been done, though now the things are opening up with the first light. Air defense system has been activated all along the Jammu region. That is also we are getting the confirmation of. But now what Pakistan is is doing, they are targeting the civilian areas in the garb of ceasefire violation. In the Poonch district, there have been civilian areas that are being hit directly by Pakistan in the Mendhar area of Poonch, and the extent of the Pakistani ceasefire that has also been increased. Pakistan is now hitting the civilian areas in Jammu. So bases are also being hit, the civilian areas being hit by Pakistan, as the Pakistan is rattled completely, and now they are targeting the civilian areas. We are told that the senior officers of the Indian Army as well as Jammu and Kashmir Police, they are monitoring the situation. The locals have been advised not to go out. The people, they are moving in the area. They actually don't know what has happened so far, because they have heard the loud bangs that came out starting 5 in this morning, because it was exactly, to be very specific, it was 5 when the loud bangs were heard. There was retaliation probably to the Pakistani provocation that has been done. Some locals are also here because they have seen it. Sir, आपसे जानना चाहूँगा, सर आप यहाँ पे थे, कितने बजे पहला ब्लास्ट हुआ?
5 बजे तकरीबन।
कितने ब्लास्ट हुए होंगे टोटल?
एक तो बड़ा आया था, जैसे मिसाइल का आता है ना, ऊपर से घूम के बड़ा, जो जिसकी रोशनी ज़्यादा थी। 2 यहाँ से आए हैं, वो लगता है यहाँ तो तोप के थे, यहाँ बोलते कि टैंक के।
कुल कितने ब्लास्ट हुए?
कुल टोटल 4
blast हुए हैं. So that was what Abhishek and Shravan, we were saying, that there were interceptions over the Jammu airport and over one of the vital installation of the Indian Army that is here. That was actually the target, and the target has now been repulsed. But this stretch of the Jammu, that has been on the over target, because this area has key installations, and even now as we speak, there are some of the launches that are being intercepted, because in the background, I'm not very sure if you are able to hear it, but I can hear that some of the launches being intercepted, some of the explosions taking place in the background. Though for now, there has not been any major escalation on the international border for last half an hour, but if we speak of the hinterland area, there are regular interceptions that are being done by the air defense system of Jammu airport and the nearby areas, because see, this is the consecutive third day that the Jammu airport is on the target of Pakistan. They have been launching their attacks every single minute, so the new attacks are being launched at the Jammu airport by the Pakistan side, so that they can disrupt, because they know that strategically this is one of the most important airports of Jammu and Kashmir, and especially when it comes to striking Pakistan deep inside their territory. Abhishek.
Well, yes, this is a big one, Gursimran, and Jammu is facing extra brunt of Pakistani attack. Shravan, we are just building up to the press conference in about 15 or less than 15 minutes time, and Shravan, this is an evolving and live situation. We are gathering reports that Pakistan has, what they are claiming, they've launched their own strikes now, and our air defenses, of course, would be intercepting them. But what are you hearing from your sources, Shravan, about the contours of the press briefing that is to take place in about 10 minutes time from now?
Well, it's a counter-match retaliation is what we are being told, in terms of the retaliation coming in after Pakistan basically launched ballistic missiles, which was basically targeting Indian cities. Now, we're being told that the target has essentially been Gujarat, Punjab as well as Haryana. These are the 3 cities as of now, the information essentially coming in. At the same time, there's been heavy artillery firing that's also being reported from across the line of control as well as the international border as we speak. Now, what we can confirm is that the Pakistanis have now cleared their airspace. This is after multiple explosions that have taken place so far. Now, whether at all India is essentially going to declare a war at this point in time, we'll have to wait and watch, because this is an emergency briefing that's going to take place in a short while from now. The time is that we were told was about 5:45 in the morning. We can confirm right now that this is going to be done by the Indian Army. So it does appear that this is being done in a very hurried manner. There is some message that is going to be put out with regards to multiple reports essentially doing the rounds, because so far, remember, there is no official word that the armed forces have actually put out so far. These are claims that have been made by the Pakistanis. It is the DGISPR which did a midnight press briefing claiming that their airbase was basically targeted. But what we do know is that there is some sort of a retaliation coming in from India at the point in time, because several of our cities were being targeted by the Pakistanis, and that is the reason why you're looking at an emergency briefing to take place in a short while from now. The